Hey, happy Friday morning, Black Oak family. Ryan Ledden here, president of Black Oak Asset Management, coming to you with another edition of Breakfast with Black Oak. Again, I want to say this to start out with. You may not work with me directly. You may work with someone else on our team, Damon, Autumn, Nick, or Parnick. Again, all on the same team here. So if you're new to the Black Oak family, welcome. You will get these emails on most Friday mornings. I would say most because, again, sometimes life happens, work happens, and we don't have a chance to put these out. But we want to thank everyone who attended the tax planning seminar, webinar, if you will, yesterday. So if you did sign up and were not able to attend, then you will get a recording of that. It was actually Nick, our advisor in Macon. It was his father who did the webinar for us. Highly, highly intelligent guy, retired CPA from a big partner firm here in Atlanta. So we want to thank him. We'll have him on again because he had a lot of information. So hopefully we'll have him reoccurring maybe once or twice a year to help you guys out with your tax planning. So thank you for signing up for that. Read an interesting article. You see the subject heading at the top: wage increase equals higher prices ? Unemployment ? So this article was based out of California. All my California clients, hello, sorry. But you are increasing, fast food workers are getting a 25% wage increase starting on Monday. So they are the minimum wage for fast food workers or for anyone in the state of California is $16 an hour, which here is still technically $7.25 an hour, but no one's going to apply for a job if they're getting $7.25. I shouldn't say no one. Most people are not going to apply for a job at $7.25 an hour. But fast food workers in the state of California are going to get a pay bump, $20 an hour for taking your food order at restaurants. Yeah, kind of process that in your head. So what does that mean? Well, it's a trickle down. I think a lot of us know what that means. And this article was actually kind of it wasn't too biased in its opinion. Sometimes news articles, you know the source. You're like, okay, this is going to swing this way or this is going to swing this way. This was pretty cut and dry down the middle, and it was all based off of stats. So I thought it was interesting. So hopefully we don't have this come to the state of Georgia from a minimum wage standpoint, but these workers are getting a 25% pay increase. Well, what do you think that means from a business owner? What's going to happen? Well, a lot of things are going to happen. So I wrote some notes down from the article here. So obviously the first thing is menu prices. What do they have to do? They have to go up. They have to. A 25% increase is enormous, and that's like overnight. So prices are going to have to go up. I mean, we're feeling it on our end. All the software and stuff that we use, we get pinched and pinched and pinched. Things just keep increasing. So we feel it. The rest of you feel it. You go to the grocery store, you go to the gas pump, you go to your doctor, whatever it may be, you feel the pinch of it too. But this one's like instantaneously overnight. So menu prices are going to have to go up, and prices of food, what we order, are 30% higher back from 2020 than they are now. And now you're going to get another increase. And some people are saying even 5 to 10% higher. So you're talking about a 40% increase in food prices at fast food places. And again, this is mainly directed toward California, but again, it's going to trickle and trickle and trickle down to other states, other employees, whoever it may be. So layoffs are going to happen. And then if you do maintain a job, your hours are probably going to be cut. And this is all not opinion. This was all written in this article. So again, fast food prices are going to go up. Currently, it's $16 an hour in the state of California. So then it's going to go up to, like I said, $20 an hour. So what does that mean? And it's only for fast food. So it's a very specific sector. Well, do you think that's just going to be isolated to the fast food industry? No, because other employers who are competing for these workers aren't going to be able to get these workers that are teenagers, lower 20s, whatever it may be. So they may have to increase. So it's not just isolated to one industry. It's going to spill over into other areas. So business owners are having to make tough decisions. They're hiring less people. I read the article, like one person is doing the job of 2 to 4 employees. So if you thought customer service was bad before, you think it's going to get any better? Probably not. So these people who are fortunate enough to keep their jobs, they may make more per hour, but they're doing more work, and their hours are going to be generally cut. This is not across the board. It's a business-to-business decision. But it's very difficult to maintain that. So then what happens? Then the state of California has unions that are now getting involved. So now they're saying, yeah, we want fair pay. And I get that concept, but then we want the same hours and this and you're just going to drive businesses out of business. These franchisees aren't going to be able to maintain it. So a lot of franchisees are moving out of the state of California. Not only people moving out of the state of California, you got franchisees that are moving out of the state of California into other states that don't have these restrictions. So again, I'm not saying it's this news story is isolated to California, but again, it's going to have trickle down effects to other industries, other people, other business owners, other states, where you start to see people move. I even talked to a gentleman yesterday who got referred to us, and he lives here in the state of Georgia, but he works in California. His company is in California. Obviously, it's remote, but yeah, they don't want to live there. It is way, way, way too expensive. And now some of these other things are going to make things even more expensive. So, like one business owner they interviewed, he's got 50 employees that work for him, and now he's going to have to cut down to 30 employees, and then the menu is going to be even more restricted on top of that. So not only do you have less employees, you're going to have less customer service, but then less choices in some of these examples. So again, some of these things I'm saying aren't across the board. I'm just reading off the article. So these things, I get the whole fair pay thing, but making it a blanket mandatory thing really puts a pinch on people's wallets indirectly. And again, it hurts service and so on and so forth. So these prices continue to go up. So hopefully the state of Georgia stays away from a $20 minimum wage. Now, I know there's a lot of workers out there that make way more than that, $13, $14, $15 an hour. I saw the McDonald's near where I live was $15 an hour. But when's the last time you walked into a McDonald's? I walked into one recently, and there's no one up front. No one. You have to use the kiosk. And then if you don't want to use the kiosk and you stand up front, they look at you like, what do you want me to do? So you start to see it here as well. So anyway, just kind of sidebar. It's financially related as a consumer, but I just thought it was an interesting article how this stuff really affects all of us. It may be isolated to one industry and to one state, but you'll start to see the ramifications slowly trickle out everywhere else. So anyway, I hope everyone has a great spring break. We are, like I told you before, we are headed out of the office. Again, most of us have kids that are in the spring break years of their lives in school. So we are headed out to different cities in the state of Florida. Will we have access to our emails? Yes. Will it be as fast and spontaneous to getting back to you? No. I've said this before, we need vacations too, and this is kind of a relaxing vacation headed up. But if you do need something, reach out, shoot us an email, call us directly, whatever you need to do. But we will be responsive if you have a need. But again, it just may not be as quick. I promise my family I would not be tied to my phone all week, and I think you guys can respect that. But anyway, we got tax time coming up here pretty soon, but let us know if there's something you need from us that's imminent, and we'll help you as much as we can. If we can't, maybe we'll give you those contact numbers that you can call someone or some entity directly. So we'll help you out. Don't worry about that. It just won't be as speedy and as swift. And then we'll be back in the office the week of the 8th, which is kind of the last week before tax day anyway. So anyway, hope all is well. Have a good week. Some of you may be going out of town. Have a good spring break if you are, and we'll chat. We'll try to do one from the beach in Florida. So take care, everybody.